You know, now that I think about it, I think just about every popular hunting YouTube channel has covered this topic. Yep, that's right. Today we are talking about tree saddles. Today is October the 23rd. Here with Everyday Outdoors, and today... What's up everybody, Bradley here with Everyday Outdoors, and today, that's right, we are diving into tree saddles and going to be talking about, I guess, just the truth about tree saddles and what I have come to find out and learn from using them the past couple of weeks during this deer season. So first of all, I'm going to be talking about this company right here, Trophy Line. I'm going to be talking about them. I'm not sponsored by them. They didn't send me this for free. Pretty much the only reason I even have one of these is because Steven, the Hunting Grounds, is being sponsored, and so I was able to get one because he wanted us to have them so that we could use them. So yeah, I've been using this thing I've used it several times now, and I've got some thoughts on it. It seems to be like the perfect hunting setup. It's lightweight, it's easy to carry, it's just this little bag right here, and you can carry your entire hunting setup in it. You know, you can get up in the trees by just using this in either like those climbing foot things or climbing sticks or something like that. And it really gives you a lot more ability in the field to set up on deer. And that's 100% true. I've definitely noticed that, you know, just it really increases your flexibility. It's 10 times more efficient than like a climber stand or a hang-on stand. But it does have its negatives. I mean, I guess there really is no perfect tool out there. So it does have its negatives, and I'm going to be talking about some of those. So first of all, obviously the positives are the fact that it's small, it's lightweight compared to other hunting setups, and for the most part comfortable. Now this is where my first negative comes into play. They're not as straightforward as it seems. Like when you're watching somebody like in a video like wear one, it's like, oh, you know, it doesn't seem like it's horribly uncomfortable. And all the time, the one thing you hear people say the most is that, oh, it's so comfortable, easy to hunt out of, it's just fantastic. But you have to have it set up just right. I have had 2 times now where I've put this thing on just a little bit wrong, like just a little bit off, like gotten it like a little bit too high on my waist. Then I slip down in it and it squeezes around my hips and there's like a ton of pressure and it actually hurts really bad. And I'm not one to complain. I've got a pretty high pain tolerance. I don't complain about stuff, but like it was really annoying. Like it really was uncomfortable to sit in it. So don't think that you can just buy one of these, head out into the woods, set up, and be ready to go. You really have to practice with it. And even after taking it out a couple of times, I was still having the issue of trying to make sure I had it on just right. Now that's operator error. I just need to practice with it a little bit more to figure out that right spot where I'm supposed to put it on. But don't think that these are just super simple, straightforward devices. It does take some practice and some getting used to and all that kind of stuff. And shooting out of it, now I haven't hunted with this. I've been doing 99% like camera duty stuff. So I haven't really shot out of it, so I can't really say from that point of view whether it's like super great. I do know that for bows, it's also pretty complicated because with a bow, you can shoot from one side, like the hand that you hold your bow in, you can shoot from that side really easily just fine. But when it comes to turning around and shooting on the other side, that's where it gets difficult. So yeah, that's the number one thing. If I leave you with one thing, I just want you to know that they're not super easy to figure out. You just really got to practice with them and figure out how you fit in it. Now one thing I want to talk about is this company. Like I said, not sponsored, they didn't pay me, they don't even know who I am really. I've just gotten this saddle from working with the Hunting Grounds. I will say though, if you buy one of these, get it from this company. This company actually originally invented the tree saddle years and years and years ago, and it just never took off because of a lack of being able to inform people about it because it's so much different from other stuff. And they actually like invented it, developed the technology that is what we know as the tree saddle. And this is the original company that did that, Trophy Line. And the only other competitor I know of is Tethered, I think. And the thing about this company right here is they have the original technology, so their product is just going to be better because they've been working on it for longer. It's going to be more comfortable, better quality. It's just going to be a better product because they invented it. And then the other thing is that Trophy Line is actually way cheaper. So that's one thing about tree saddles, like they are expensive for a tree stand substitute, especially for just being a big cloth pant you put on with some ropes and tethers and stuff. But Trophy Line is different. They are actually, I think it's like a third or maybe even half as cheap for a full setup. Like they are significantly cheaper, at least a couple $100 cheaper than Tethered. And that is a super huge benefit, because when you're paying like, you know, $500 for a setup from Tethered and maybe only $300 from Trophy Line, that's a pretty big difference. That's a huge difference, and that money can go to 100 other places instead of paying, you know, almost twice as much for a tree saddle. Oh yeah, and here's the other thing. Apparently if you order from Tethered, it can take up to like a month to get yours, like 6 weeks or something. And that's a long time to wait. I mean, unless you order it in summer, you're probably not gonna have it in time for deer season. But Trophy Line, I'm pretty sure is what they're doing is they've built up like their stock and stuff so that you'll get yours like in a reasonable time. I don't know if it's like a week maybe, but I think it's like standard like shipping time. So that's another huge benefit to this company right here. And it's a good product. Like I said, you just gotta figure out how to use it. Tell you what, here's one other thing you need to know about it. You have to watch your movement, because you're not like sitting up against a tree. Like you can't really get hunkered down behind it like in the shadow to where like you can't, like if you move a little bit, you'll be okay. This thing, you're on the complete opposite. You're just sticking out from the tree, and you really have to watch your movement because you can get spotted pretty easily just from like swaying a little bit. It's really easy to sway in one of these things. All in all, I think that they are a good product. I just think that they're not necessarily for everybody. You do have to practice with them. You have to use it. You have to make sure you fit comfortably in it. But once you get all that stuff figured out, I think it is a great tool to have. So there's my thoughts on tree saddles, specifically the Trophy Line tree saddle. So as always, if you have any questions or comments, be sure to put those down in the comment section below. And if you have any questions about what it's like to live and work on the hunting grounds, be sure to put those down in the comment section below, and I will be sure to get to those in a future question and answer video. So as always, thanks for watching. I hope you have enjoyed Everyday Outdoors, and until next time, God bless.